Last time the Star Wars Chronicles the Prophesied King. After finally making it to Egypt, the heroes began searching for the Circle of Life, or at least some clue relating to it. As they were searching, the other members of the Dark Council, along with Anto, managed to catch up with them. However, thanks to the desert and other unspecified issues, they didn't quite catch up to them just yet. In the process, Morgan made a emergency call to Mikey and some of his friends relating to some of Darky's past, which was revealed to be related to the fifth trial. As they begin to learn about the Darky's past, the others try to find more about the Circle of Life, which they managed to do so after a few hours of work searching. However, the moment they got there, they were attacked by this giant golem who refused to budge as they approached him. With this being a new challenge, our heroes have to deal with this golem along with Darky's past to see exactly what is this fifth trial in the Circle of Life. Episode 30, Magical Kids. It was a misty day in Romania. We were taken to a school while the day goes by. It was in the afternoon as three adults were arguing in a small room within it. Along with them was a boy in a uniform who looked to be about 12 who was sitting in the room beside them. He seemed distracted that he was playing with something in his hands as the adults yelled loudly.
How could you accuse my boy for doing nothing wrong?
Mom, he almost killed someone today.
You expect a kid like him to push all those bookshelves around that quickly? What madness are you speaking of? He has been nothing but a diligent boy. She
stopped as a hush calmed her down. Calm down, dear. We don't want to cause a scene. She took a sign to help her calm down.
I know, but listen to these heinous accusations he's making about our child.
The boy looked up to them after hearing that. Hear me out, Mr. and Mrs. Daranis. We have eyewitnesses to the crime.
Let me guess, from kids his age?
She looked at him furiously as the man poured out of the room. What she's trying to say is that we heard enough of your allegations about our son. We'll have to talk with him later about it. No, it'll never happen again. Thank you. They headed out as the man signals the boy to follow. The boy was quietly playing with his hands again as he heard this. Bartholomew, let's go. The kid stopped as he got up to follow. The scene cuts to the house in the suburbs. It was much later in the day as Mrs. Daranis was cooking dinner in the kitchen. Meanwhile, Bartholomew was sitting in his room that only had books, a desk, and one bed. He also had a window where he sat by it while reading a book. On it was a weird hand motion instructions that he tried to mimic. He had a hard time doing it right, especially when he heard a knock on the door. Bartholomew, are you in there? He quickly closed the book. Yes, Father, come in. The door opens for him to walk through. He confronts him as Bartholomew was putting the book away. What you reading there, kid? Bartholomew looked at him hesitantly as he put the book away. Oh, nothing, just some history book. The dad laughed as he sat in his bed. He passed his time for Bartholomew to sit on. What kind of history? Orthology didn't answer as he sat beside him. Oh, nothing interesting. He took a deep breath while being concerned. I didn't do it, I swear. His father patted his head. It's okay, don't cry. We believe you. Your mother and I, anyway. Besides, no one got hurt. I know, but he looks at his hands upset. It just feels like things keep happening out of my control. I don't know why, either. His father gave him a worried noise while hugging him. Listen, son, it's alright. You'll find out a lot of things in our life happen out of our control. As long as you adapt, everything will be fine. He let go as Bartholomew got up. But what if I can't adapt? There has to be another way. His father laughed while getting up himself. There's no other way but to. He patted his head again while getting out of his room. You'll learn one day. As for now, don't even worry about today's event. Bartholomew still looked worried regardless. Anyway, dinner should be ready to go. It's pork, your favorite. That stuff ain't cheap, so you better eat it while it's hot. Bartholomew nodded understanding. I'll be down in a minute. His father walked away completely as Bartholomew grabbed his wrist with concern. It's best that he doesn't know. He holds out his hand to show purple smoke coming out from it. There's still so much I don't know about. And I'll make sure I'll get back my control of my life. He puts away his head as he heads downstairs. It's a new day at school. Bartholomew nervously walked down the hallway as some of the kids paid no mind. He got to the library halfway through the day with a curious book in his hand. He took it to a dark room of the place where no one even came close to. After he made sure no one was looking, he took it back out to feel more weird hand motions. He practiced it while performing some of them to near perfection, using an apple to do some levitation spell. He quietly cheered in amusement, however he had to stop as he heard footsteps come his way. After he quietly swore, he looked over to see a big mustard kid come towards him. "I know you're there, freak!" He grabbed his stings while trying to run away. The big kid gave chase, easily outrunning him to catch up. The kid brings him back to the dark corner of the library while holding him against the wall. Bartholomew just panicked as he saw the big kid tower over him. "I'm surprised that he let you off that easy with the stunt you pulled the other day. But it was in..." He felt another push back as the big kid punched him in the gut. "I don't care what it was. We should have tried harder to get you expelled." He wanted his eyes to hear that. "Oh yeah, you bet it was me that did that yesterday." He laughed, kneeing him in the groin. "A freak like you doesn't deserve to be in the same class as me. Not any more than a low-class emo." Bartholomew keeled over in pain as the bully went away from another attack. That is until he heard a voice call for him to the right.
"And just what do we have here?"
He looked over to see another boy in a uniform which was weirdly dirty. He was smaller in frame, yet he had short blonde hair. The bully marched over to him while laughing. "Why, this isn't Jay the Abilit." Jay gave him a confident look while facing him.
"Is that the best you can come up with?"
The bully shoved Jay over to the wall angrily. "I can think of something much better once I grind into your skull. You're lucky to even be here. They really know about you. It will only be a matter of time before you're executed." Jay remained calm as he took no effect from the push.
"And you're lucky I'm not using my ability to kick your royal arse. How about you leave this boy alone?"
The bully looked at him furiously as Jay remained still. "Or what? Are you going to kick my arse?" Jay gave a confident look as a voice that sounded similar to the boy came up around them. The boy then backed away in terror as Jay dusted himself off. Bartholomew watched all of this in awe.
"It would be a shame if that information got leaked to the public. Just think of what your father might do once he hears what his precious son did."
The bully ran away as Jay laughed cockily. He then turned back to the boy who had stars in his eyes.
"Are you okay?"
Bartholomew didn't respond at first as he didn't know what to say. He tripped over his words a bit before making a coherent statement. "Oh, yeah." Jay laughed as he held him back up.
"It's okay, I don't bite."
Bartholomew slowly reached for his hand as he got up.
"That guy, I swear, just because his wealthy dad works for King Michael doesn't give him the right to treat other people like dirt."
Bartholomew took several deep breaths nervously.
"Are you sure you're okay?"
Bartholomew came back to reality with one last deep breath. "Yeah, I know, that guy, huh?" He nervously laughed as Jay brought out his hand again.
"I don't think I properly introduced myself. Jay Eckler is my name.
Bartholomew reciprocates that handshake.
And if I were to guess, you're Bartholomew Darnus, correct?"
Bartholomew laughed nervously again. Haha, you said it. Jay gave a gleeful look after they finished.
"I knew it. Finally, I'm not alone in this school."
"What do you mean?" Jay looks back to him happily.
"You have an ability, don't you?"
He gave back a confused look. "An ability?"
"You know, the superpowers we have. The one most people hate."
Bartholomew shook his head confused. This made Jay think.
"Maybe you just don't know the term. For instance, I have the ability Rewind. It's a time-based ability that allows me to replay certain events over again. I'm not really good at it though, to be honest. I can only manage up to 2 hours, but it's pretty neat. What's yours?"
Bartholomew took a step back nervously.
"Oh, don't tell me you're one of them."
He stopped there hearing that. "No, it's not that. I just want to be alone." He turns back while blushing. "Though, I suppose I wouldn't mind some company." Jay comes over a little happier.
"I can do that. Let's go get something to eat."
It wasn't too long until they were above the school wall, looking at the distance, sitting next to each other. They were eating some sandwiches while looking out. "I'll come clean. I have no idea what these abilities you keep talking about."
"That's odd. I thought everyone knew."
Bartholomew finished his next bite while shrugging. "Not me, though. Could you show me?"
"Well, I would if I knew your ability."
Bartholomew seemed hesitant.
"Come on, show me."
"I don't want to."
"I can't help you if you refuse to show me."
Jay scooches closer eagerly.
"You ability folks gotta stick together, you know."
Bartholomew looked back to see nothing but the school. What if someone else sees? Jay looks all around them.
No one is even near us. Show me already.
Alright. He goes to his bag to bring out a book. I found this book the other day. It's about this weird magic-like ability called black magic. Jay takes it to investigate. He nods while reading some of it.
Yep, something I never heard before.
Closes it while handing it back over.
You're telling me you can do that stuff?
Well, he blushes in embarrassment. He then does weird hand motions while mumbling something. That caused a rock from the ground to levitate up to them. Jay watched in amazement. It didn't drop as Bartholomew breathed hard. That's all I can really do. I apologize. Jay breathes more excited.
That was wicked! Do more.
He kept shaking excitedly. I wish I could, but I don't know how. Jay stopped after hearing that.
I see. That's why you keep going to those dark places.
Bartholomew recovered as he put his book back into his bag. I'm trying to get better at it so I can... well, never mind. He blushes as he gets up from the wall. Jay falls behind.
Wait a tick. Don't just go yet.
Bartholomew looks behind him.
Look, I won't pester you for what you want to do, but...
He grabs Bartholomew's hand.
I can help you. I'm not sure how, but I can.
Bartholomew blushed while thinking over. Why?
Because we abilitors gotta stick together.
Bartholomew looked down while nodding understanding. I understand. Jay then rushed to the hills while holding onto his arm.
Good. Then let's not waste a single moment.
They rushed along quickly. Orthology was about to question, but the voice started to make him feel comfortable. They're now at the top of one of the hills. Orthology was trying out different spells as Jay instructed him on what to do. At first it wasn't going so well. They honestly couldn't mesh well for a while. However, over time, Bartholomew was able to master some of the spells in the book. Not all of them, but a few to get him going. It soon became night as the two kids lay on the ground looking to the sky.
Nothing like looking at the stars to ease your mind.
He looks over to Bartholomew, who seemed conflicted.
You did great today.
Bartholomew smiled, yet his mind had different thoughts. Thanks. He then continued to think to himself while speaking out loud. Is it okay if I ask you something?
Go for it.
Bartholomew took another deep breath. Do you ever feel helpless to things around you? Jay looked at him weirdly.
What kind of question is that?
He shrugged as Jay was thinking.
I mean, I suppose there are things that can't be helped. Why?
Bartholomew took another deep breath. I come from a poor family, only making enough to get by. I feel compelled to do everything I can for them as I'm living this life as well. So I try my best to learn everything I can to hopefully be good at something. He then looks back at his book. That's when I found the black magic book. I'm not sure if it is an ability or not, but once I tried out one of the spells inside it, I did something I didn't think I could ever do. A part of me seemed excited to learn more. I kept trying to learn over and over to try and take life back into my own hands.
How do you plan to do that?
Bartholomew looked back up to him.
With magic, I mean.
Bartholomew shrugged after hearing that. I don't know. All I know is I still have so much to learn. Jaden thought for a moment as he heard that.
Take life back into your own hands, huh? Well, I'm sure you'll find something.
Then he yawned as he got up from the seat.
Anywho, it's getting pretty late. Let me tell you, if I don't get 8 hours of sleep, I become a raging bull.
Bartholomew laughed as he got up as well. I guess it's about that time. Will I see you again? Jay turns back to him with a confident expression.
Of course, we're friends now, aren't we?
Bartholomew blushed at hearing that. Yeah, we are. Jay began to walk away.
Okay, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Bartho.
Jay waved back to his confused friend. Bartho?
Might as well give you a nickname. If you don't like it, then I don't have to say it.
He blushed again happily. No, I like it. See you tomorrow, Jay. He continued to wave as the sight of him went away. Bartholomew signed relief while attaining some of the blades of grass around him. I will take my life back. We are now going back to Bartholomew's house. He enters quietly as the place is dark with no lights in sight. That is until he heard a lamp turn on behind him. He looked around to see his father sit there upset. Where have you been? Bartholomew noticed who looked at him. Oh, nowhere. I got lost. For 6 hours? Bartholomew sweated at hearing that. You know what's happening in this moment, right? There's an investigation going on because eyewitnesses state you moved those bookshelves with magic. How's it even possible when magic doesn't exist? His father still wasn't pleased. Look, it does exist. There are many kids your age that are trying to practice out weird stuff. Oh, I'm sure you don't do it. With this investigation going on, you need to be more careful. I can't have you be out here for 6 hours with no word from you at all. Just ease my conscience and tell me what you're doing. I took a new path home and got lost. I want to avoid bullies and the worst case scenario happens. Bullies? He nodded nervously. As far as I could decide to patting his head. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Just come back home earlier from now on. His investigation is over, understood? He looks us after Bartholomew nods. We love you, Bartholomew. We just want to make sure you're safe. Now go to bed. Bartholomew does so slowly while giving his father a comforting look to match his. It was the next day. Jay and Bartholomew were behind the school practicing more magic. With no one looking, Bartholomew tried some fire and ice magic to be a little different than his last training session.
Huh, you can do a lot of things, can't you?
Bartholomew stopped his latest attempt after he was successful. I wouldn't go that far. Still a bit of a novice. Jay nodded in understanding.
I know, but in time you will get your life back. It sucks that we can't do it now.
Jay looked kind of upset after hearing that. Bartholomew honestly took notice of this. What's going on? Jay shook his head while giving a boop onto Bartholomew's nose.
Nothing to worry about yet. After all, we should really focus on your training.
Bartholomew nodded as they finished up some of his training. As they were hanging back, they heard a bully fall from behind. There you two freaks are! They both seemed nervous as the bully got closer. Others came out to watch. Think you're so safe that I got one person like you. Of course the two freaks couldn't be with anyone else. Jay took charge to confront him.
How about you leave us alone? It's not like we're going out of our way to antagonize people.
He felt a punch to the gut. Shut up! You don't get to talk back! He kicked Jay on the head to give him a bloody nose. How about you sit there and take your punishment like a good boy, huh? Bartholomew stood there stunned. He'd watched the bully go in for another hard punch. After a bit of staring, he used a fire spell to attack this bully in self-defense. Everyone else around them were shocked to see this. They began to whisper about Bartholomew's casting the spell from his hands. This led him right away after picking up Jay.
Thanks for helping me back there.
As Jay ran along with him, he saw Bartholomew freak out. I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I let myself go. Jay tried to calm him down, but it was to no avail.
It's okay. You did what you had to do. Where are you taking me?
I don't know. I just want to go home. Jay stopped him before he continued.
I don't think that'll be an option.
They both looked up to see Bartholomew's house get raided. Some officers there took spell books with them as well as arresting his parents. I swear, our son is being framed. No, we don't know that for sure. Magic casting, especially black magic, is illegal. You should have known this. Bartholomew backed away even further. He shook his head in denial. No. He began to let some tears out as Jay helped him hide from behind bushes.
Breathe in. It's gonna be okay.
No, it just can't be happening. Jay looked at him, then went back to the house where the officers continued the raid. He then took a deep breath as he knew what to do next.
Yes, it will.
He took a deep breath.
I didn't want to come to this with you, but right now, you and I are in the same boat. The only way we can get out of this is by clearing your name.
Bartholomew looked up to him confused. How?
Meet me at the school gate tonight. Make sure no one follows you, and I can help you get your name cleared. If you don't want to, that's fine.
No, I will. I want to see them so badly. Jay nodded understanding.
Okay, let's go hide until tonight then.
He nodded in acceptance. It was night. Jay was waiting there in worn-out clothes along with a handkerchief tied around his neck. He waited by the gate patiently as he looked over to see Bartholomew come over as well. He wore blue jean shorts with a red t-shirt tucked in.
You came after all.
Bartholomew stopped in front of him while reviewing his bag, determined.
Good, here's this.
He hands him over a yellow handkerchief. What's this for? Jay nudged him to follow, and he did so reluctantly.
Gotten any better with your magic?
Bartholomew was reading through some of the book. Somewhat. It's a slow process.
I bet. I'm still learning my thing as well.
Jay didn't slow down a little bit to read along with them.
You can save the reading until we get there.
Might as well get a head start. Jay laughed while playfully backing away.
Okay, overachiever.
Bartholomew laughed as he put the book away. He then ties the handkerchief around his neck. I'm just making sure I'm ready to clear my name by any means necessary. So what's the plan? Jay took another deep breath.
Let me start by saying this. You see, this world clearly isn't a safe place to be in.
You're telling me. Jay nodded confidently.
It goes deeper than typical bullying. You know our king, correct?
Michael the First?
Yes. Tell me what you know about him. I am rather curious.
Bartholomew shrugged. All I know is that he keeps wanting to be a part of this weird system he didn't invent. Jay took his own deep breath.
Well, that is true. He should also know he has to fear for us.
What do you mean, us? Magic users or people with abilities? Jay stops to face him seriously.
Both. He thinks we are out to get him or whatever, when that's never been the case.
Jaden shook his head absently.
He's made people look upon us as the bad guys. Everyone fears us because of him.
Jaden shook his fist while letting out some tears.
I am one of the fortunate ones. There are others like me that are not as fortunate. Just like you, people have.
He refused to say as he felt Bartholomew hugged him. It's okay. Jay calmed down as he hugged back.
Thank you.
They let go as Jay wiped away the rest of his tears.
Anyway, what we are going to do is try and change those laws. For good. That will not only save people like us, but also clear your name in the process.
Bartholomew looked back at him shocked. Can we do that? Jay calmly looked at him.
Not me, but you can. I'm sure there's a spell in that book that allows you to rewrite laws or statements or any form of writing. I would do it myself with Rewind, but those documents are made years ago, so I'm counting on you to do it.
Bartholomew once again remained hesitant. I don't know, that seems kind of illegal. Jay brought him closer.
There are a lot of things we've yet to know out there, and he wants to close all of that out by tossing people like us away. If you ask me, he's doing something equally as illegal, if not more so. Don't forget he did it to you.
He still saw Bartholomew as conflicted. This made Jay second-guess himself.
I guess we could get in massive trouble if we get caught.
He then backed away disappointed.
You're already in deep water. If you aren't comfortable with it, I won't force you to go.
Bartholomew thought it over until he came to a clear thought. He then ran while forcing Jay along with him. I want my life back, so do you. I'm not backing away down now. Jay was a little surprised, but nodded his head confidently. It wasn't too long before he headed to the castle building. They were there at the side of it, making sure no one was looking. There only weren't that many guards patrolling the area. Are you sure they're here? Jay hid in a bush along with them.
I'm sure of it.
He didn't look all around to see no one was looking.
Can you try and levitate us up to that opening balcony?
He looked up to see what Jay was talking about. Bartholomew backed up while moving his hands. I can try to ground beneath us. Stay close. Jay did just that as Bartholomew pulled some of the ground beneath them. He was breathing heavily as they slowly rose from the ground. Jay tried to make sure no one was paying attention.
That's it, keep going.
Bartholomew was almost about to pass out as they were about to reach a balcony. That was when the spell gave out. As they were about to fall, Jay activated his ability to have the spell be there for a few more seconds of the rewinding. This gave them enough of a push to get them on the balcony. Jay hoped on Bartholomew nearly collapsed after touching the ground.
Geez, we could have done it another way if it was too much on you.
Bartholomew picked himself back up. No, it's fine. Let's keep going. They marched forward slowly. Jay had to help him walk for a little bit. Where's the documents room? Jay stopped and hid behind a wall for a moment along with him as the guards passed by. They didn't notice him as they marched away. He looked around to regain his placement.
This way.
He ran down the hall with Bartholomew slowly following. They approached a wooden door that had no signs on them, it seems.
It's in here.
He looked back at his partner.
Do you have enough energy to break the lock?
Bartholomew looked at it while casting our spell. He spun a rock, which broke on impact.
Huh. That was a lot weaker than I thought.
We should probably get in there before someone notices. He nodded as they walked in quickly. As they got in, nothing of note appeared at first but two other doors. Jay went to the far one confidently.
You stay watch. I'll try to find it.
He nodded as Jay entered the door. Yet, as Bartholomew guarded the door, the other unopened one caught his attention. He walked over to it carelessly, and as he opened it, he saw multiple gray lights on the wall on the other side of the door. He opens it further to see what was really going on. He walks further to see a lot of TVs that had surveillance on a lot of other kids that did weird spells in a different room. Some of the spells looked familiar to the ones Bartholomew was doing. Jay came back out upset.
Damn, he must have had it somewhere else.
Jay looks over to see Bartholomew stare at the kids.
What's happening over...
Jay held his gas as he saw what was going on. I don't believe it. Many other kids like me. Bartholomew goes over closer to touch the screen of one of them. As he did, they heard a gun cocked behind them. Freeze! Hold your position right there! Jay puts his hands up as he sees one of the guards target them. What the hell? It's just a bunch of kids! What are you two doing here? Didn't your parents tell you to not be in places you shouldn't belong? Jay stayed still as he directed his attention to Bartholomew.
Bertha, I'm sorry I brought you into this. But believe me when I say...
Jay quickly ran over to tackle the guard.
Run!
Bartholomew took notice of what was happening and the guards forced Jay out of the way. Bartholomew ran door to door, but stopped to look back at Jay.
Don't wait for me, just...
He heard a gunshot. As he was happening, Bartholomew backed away in denial. The guard looked upset as well. Oh shit, I didn't mean to! He looked toward Bartholomew. He ran away scared while shedding some tears. Then the guard stopped him as they ran towards the gun's sound. He ran out of the castle in disbelief, as far away as possible. It didn't matter where he went at that point, he just kept running while crying in the forest behind the side of the castle. He didn't stop to catch his breath. He looked back again to make sure no one was following. He backed up to a tree to sit down. He cried even more along the forest. After a while, though, he stopped after hearing footsteps. This caused him to look up from his position. There he saw a weird individual who had a weird purple circle mask on, along with a white robe and black gloves and boots that covered up whatever exposed areas there were. Now, what do we have here? Bartholomew backed away a little more as the man reached out to him. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Stay back. Bartholomew cast a weak fire spell to try and push him back. The masked man looked intrigued. Interesting. He kneeled down to put out the fire with his hand. You can cast chem magic from your hands. Bartholomew backed away further. Impressive. Leave me alone. The man laughed as he looked at him comfortingly. I can tell you've been through a lot this past night. Well, as any solace, I can tell you that your friend is still alive. Bartholomew gave him a suspicious look. What do you mean he's still alive? How do you know this? The man showed him his palm to bring out a vision that showed Jay being treated from the gunshot. The wound was on his left knee, where many of them were treating the wound quickly. Bartholomew reached out to him slowly. Jay, he cried again as his vision went away. He then got up to go back to the castle. Where do you think you're going? He thought to see the masked man get back up. I'm gonna go save him. He looked at his fist angrily. He was the first person I ever truly understood, and... He has made things worse for you. True, his intentions were to help out, but he pretty much made it so that you can't go back again. Tell me why you want to save him. Bartholomew sighed in disbelief. All I ever do is hide from everything. I'm afraid what might happen if I try to do something. Yet I want to take my life back by any means necessary, so for once I'm not going to run and hide. I'm going to go save him. And as he was about to leave, he felt his body go stiff. Admiral, to be sure. Yet in your current state, you will die before you get the chance. Besides, I know deep down you really want to save more than just him. The masked man came face to face with him. I saw it too. Those poor kids that can do what we can do being trapped and experimented on. It's painful to see for his old man's eyes. The man let go of him. Yet there is not much I can really do about it. I don't have the motivation to do so. But I know you do. What are you saying? The masked man held his hand again. It's time you take life back into your own hands, Bartholomew. Bartholomew looked at him shocked, yet Parman went along with it. Show me. He grabbed the man's hand as he led him deeper into the forest. Gladly. And in time, you will save your friend and those kids. Bartholomew nodded as they walked deeper into the forest. One step at a time. This leads us back to the cell where Mikey, Sora, and Cody woke up from the illusion. They looked around frantically to see Morgan breathing heavily. What was that about?
Was that all of it?
Cody pointed toward Morgan, who was heavily breathing. Something tells me that is a no. She looked at them while almost falling asleep.
I do apologize. My strength is getting away from me. We are only a tip of the iceberg relating to his past. There's still so much you have yet to learn.
Even then, I still don't quite get all of it. I can see the pieces, but how did it all come together? Lauren fell asleep as the vision of the cell went away. Now we are taken back to the desert where the other group confronted the giant Golem Guardian staircase. David was in beyond state as the others three got into a fighting stance. Leave now before your worst nightmare arises! David took the lead as he resisted the loud voice. Not until I get the thing that will help me get my home back. He summons his Sphinx to try and attack. It pushed the statue back a bit as it stumbles, but the statue held its ground easily. Well, that did nothing. That's how Dragon went over the blitzed beast. Yet it absorbed all its punches. The golem flicked him away like a fly. He recovered, yet a little pride went away from him. Can confirm, how is a rock? Fools! I was made to protect this place with all of my might. None shall pass me. Now what? He looked over for some of Sierra's input.
I'm trying to think. I might be onto something.
Fury nodded as he poured out to him. Fine, feel my passion then. He shoots his hellfire on it, yet it doesn't do much of anything, only leaving burn marks. Fury obviously was annoyed. Are you fucking for real? The statue punched him onto the ground, forced him further down the sand pit. Fury shrugged it off, yet he was left confused. What hurts this thing? The statue then felt some fire arrows from David. He walked over with more arrows ready. Have you learned nothing, mortal? As a protector, none could ever best me. I don't care! David said the words to respond Phoenix while prepping in their arrow. We took down titans like you before. I we quit when we are this close. Have you no value for your life? David stopped after hearing that. Those who value things over life itself will never obtain the circle of life. David didn't thought to himself after hearing that. This had him recall his prior conversation with Mikey, with him hearing the question if he sees Mikey for himself or as a Starticus. As he was doing this, Fury and Dragono tried to hit the golem with everything they got, yet it didn't go to nothing. Damn, this is a pickle. Come on, there has to be something he can do! Dragono was about to get into his own state, but David stopped him from doing so. There's no need for that. He stepped forward while in a different mindset. Mikey, I think I get it now. It was up to the girl golem. My life for the past 5 years was nothing but a desperate struggle for my home. Yet during that time, he looked at the Fury and Dragono. I forgot what it means to truly live for something. They didn't let Phoenix power up his next shot. So, believe me when I say, this shot for the real reason I'm here. To the life I really want. Home with my family. He launches the Phoenix arrow to cause a massive effect. Fury and Dragono withstood it as the explosion pierced the clouds. However, as the smoke went away, the golem still stood. Your cycle will always be never-ending until you truly get it. David was now nervous as he had no idea what to do next. However, even with that said, now you passed the trial. You made it past me. All of them were shocked to hear this. That's when they see Sierra on the other side.
Wait, that was it? I was only investigating all around you to find a weak point.
The other then gave an awkward laugh after seeing that. That's all we needed to do? God, are we idiots or what? David didn't find it amusing as these thoughts raced through his head. What do I don't get? What piece am I missing? Dragono and Fury forced him along as he went to the temple. As they walked downstairs, they see many hieroglyphs showing the people worshipping the power of Circle with the life in Gaia herself. It wasn't dark as the torches lit up the entire place.
Gotta say, even after years of collecting dust, this place doesn't look even a day old.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's an ancient for a reason.
I'm talking aesthetically, goddammit.
Dragono was trying to read the markings but obviously couldn't.
It's not beast speech, buddy.
You mean elemental speech, and I know. Doesn't mean I can't give it a try. You know I don't have a single clue on what any of this means. They kept leading the way with more questions than answers. Maybe this is the true trial. To pursue the circle of life, we need to find the meaning we all been searching for. He then stood a long hallway at the end of the staircase. What I've been searching for this entire time wasn't just that stupid circle. He then clenched his fist annoyed. Come on, what am I not getting? He felt the comfort of the others behind him. What are you doing? Seems like you're gonna pop a vein with all that thinking. Don't worry about it. The circle is getting closer, isn't it? That's when they heard booming steps come near them. They all nervously looked around to see Nemesis march over sternly. So, you finally made it at the wall. They all looked at him cautiously. And who are you? Nemesis punched the wall beside and have rocks almost fall on them. That won't matter in a second after I dispose of you. This gave everyone some bit of a clear idea. Wait, you're working with that nightmare guy, were you? Nemesis held back his anger. You don't have the right to talk about him. I will crush you so hard you'll be in a worse state than he is.
Why didn't you attack us when we were fighting that giant golem?
Nemesis gave a shock after hearing that. Come again? You mean to tell me that you actually fought that thing? I thought he was just a guardian. They looked at him, each other weirdly before looking at him. No, we definitely fought that guy. Nemesis punched his head over and over again. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Dark Flame even told you to check all around the place before falling on him. Dark Flame? There's more of you? Nemesis realized what he said and hit his head again. Could you be any more stupid? He gets into a fine stance. Whatever, I'll be paid my stupidity after ripping the soul of each and every one of you. You two got into a fine stance. Ready when you are, big guy. They squared off before a single attack